Imagine you are excitedly telling a friend about a great new English video you found. You want to share your new daily habit, so you say, "You must watch this. I have been watching since 3 weeks." Your friend physically steps back. They look a little confused and maybe even a bit offended. In that moment, you accidentally spoke to them like a strict, demanding boss. And by mixing up your words, the entire timeline of your story became a mess. These tiny words dictate the shape of time and the level of social pressure in your sentences. To fix this and sound natural, you only need to picture two simple physical tools, a volume knob and a measuring tape. Visualizing these two tools before you speak prevents awkward misunderstandings. It gives you precise control over exactly what your sentences mean to the person listening. Take a look at this style, the advice volume knob. It measures how strict or important a statement is, ranging from level 1 to 10. Level 3 is the good idea zone. Here, should and ought to act as gentle, friendly advice. For example, if a friend looks tired, you might say, "You should get some rest." You are offering a helpful suggestion, completely pressure-free. At level 7, we reach the strong rule zone. This is for the phrase have to. You use this when an outside force, like a job, is forcing the action. It is not your personal opinion. It is a requirement. If you work at a coffee shop that opens early, you tell your friends, "I have to wake up at 6 a.m. The shop schedule makes the decision for you. Then there is level 10, the absolute necessity zone. This is must. It is an urgent, strict, and highly personal command. You rarely use this in casual conversation. Level 10 is for a doctor giving a patient a critical medical order. You must take this medicine. It is a non-negotiable instruction. Switching your choice of word on this dial changes the meaning of your sentence from a caring tip to a rigid demand. Now that we can control our tone, let's look at how to control time using a calendar grid. Think of the word sense as a sharp pushpin. It only points to the start of an action. If you catch a cold on the first day of the week, you say, "I have been sick since Monday." You are pinning the start date to the calendar. The word for is your measuring tape. It measures the length of time an action has been happening. If today is Thursday, you say, "I have been sick for 3 days." You are measuring the total amount of time you've been unwell. Always remember, since marks a single point, while for marks an amount. Applying the pin and the measuring tape keeps your listener oriented. It grounds your story in a clear reality. Let's test these mental tools with a few quick scenarios. Scenario 1. You are recommending a great local restaurant to a coworker. Which volume level fits best? You pick level 3. You should try that place. Using level 10, you must try that place, makes you sound uncomfortably aggressive about a lunch spot. Scenario 2. You are telling your boss that you have worked at the company for 5 full years. Do you use the pin or the tape? You use the measuring tape. "I have worked here for 5 years. Using since here would be like trying to stick a pin through a 5-year-long tape. It doesn't work. Taking a moment to picture these tools gives you a mental reference point, helping you catch mistakes before they leave your mouth. Let's return to our opening conversation. Armed with your new tools, you take a breath and try again. You measure the time and you lower the volume. You say, "I have been watching for 3 weeks. You really should try it." This time, your friend smiles and nods. They understand the timeline and they appreciate the helpful tip. The confusion is gone. Precision in English comes from knowing how to adjust your volume and measure your time. Now it's your turn. Leave a comment below describing something you have to do today and how long you have been doing it. Use your new words, and I'll see you in the next lesson.
All right, stop guessing. Think you're a grammar master? Let's test your since and for skills in this super quick challenge. You ready? Let's do this. Okay, the rules couldn't be simpler. I'm going to show you a sentence, and you just have to decide, should it be since or for? Let's jump right in. Okay, first one up. I've lived here 3 years. What do you think? Since or for? And the answer is for. Why? Well, 3 years is a duration, right? It's a whole period of time. All right, next one. How about this? I've been a teacher last January. That one is since. See, last January isn't a length of time, it's a very specific starting point. That's the key difference. Let's keep the pace up. I've been studying English 2 years. And It's 4. Yep, 2 years is another one of those periods of time. I bet you're starting to see the pattern now, aren't you? Okay, take a look at this one. I've been waiting. 8 a.m.
And that has to be since. Why? Because 8 a.m. is a super precise starting point, a specific time on the clock. Okay, here we go. Last question of the main round. We've been married 5 years.
And the answer is 4. 5 years represents the total duration, the whole length of time. Whoa, hold on. Don't relax just yet. We're not done. It's time for the tricky bonus round. Let's see if you can get this one. All right, here it is. I haven't seen him ages. Think carefully on this one. It's a little bit different. Did you get it? The answer is 4. Now, what's tricky is that ages isn't a number, but it still talks about a period of time, right? A long duration. So hey, fantastic job if you got that one right. So let's just boil it all down. What's the master rule here? It's actually super simple. You use 4 when you're talking about a duration of time, like 4 or 5 years. And you use since when you're talking about a starting point in time, like since last January. Seriously, if you can just lock that in, you'll get it right every time. All right, the moment of truth. How did you do? Count them up. Were you a perfect 6 for 6? A true grammar star? Go ahead and drop your score in the comments below. I'd love to see how you did. And hey, if you want more of these quick grammar practices, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button. Thanks for playing, and I'll catch you in the next one.